Talofa everybody. My name is Mani Malaiuru, and this is the Empowerment Training Show, where we bring you people that are doing fantastic work out in the community or in their chosen profession. We get their wisdom for us to empower our own lives. And my guest this evening is none other than the man himself, somebody I admire immensely. His name is Liko Alosio. He's a former teacher of St. Patrick's College, Silverstream, based over here in Upper Hutt. And he's also a former student of that college as well. And he's currently based, believe it or not, over in Alice Springs, Australia. Also, Liko, thank you so much for coming onto the show. It's good to see you, mate, and it's good to hear your voice.
Hey there, brother. Man, thanks, bro. Thanks for the opportunity. It's awesome, a humble opportunity to be on such an awesome program. I love the work that you're doing over there, so it's a true privilege being on your show, man.
Thank you, also. Hey, listen, I just wanted to start by perhaps just telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from and what you're currently doing maybe over in Australia there, and also how's Aussie treating you during this lockdown period?
Cool. Talofa lava, maloso for everyone. My name is Liko Alosio, as Mani alluded to. Was born and raised in the 04, Wellington. Originally born and raised in Peachtown in Porirua. Then moved over to Upper Hutt in my young teenage years. Proud Samoan, 100% Samoan, with two younger brothers and a twin sister. Currently, I am a secondary school teacher and currently based here in Alice Springs. And I was explaining to Mani where Alice Springs is. So imagine a map of Australia, smack bang in the middle. So right in the middle of the desert, a lot different to windy Wellington. And I'm working at a school or teaching at a school known as Yarara College. And we moved here to Alice Springs at the start of the year, and slowly getting used to and settling, being away from family and friends and all my loved ones back at home, especially mum's cooking. But it's going good at the moment, loving the experience, the challenges of learning about a totally new culture, the Indigenous culture here in Alice Springs, Australia. But living in the middle of the desert is definitely something else, but loving it at the moment. Yeah.
Awesome, man. And how's lockdown treating you these days? I mean, this is trying times at the moment. What is it that's keeping you busy through the lockdown period?
Yeah, the lockdown period here in Alice Springs, fortunately, probably hasn't been as strict as other countries and other places around the world. And, in particular back at home in New Zealand. But yeah, I am quite blessed and fortunate to be in a job that, is quite essential. But at the same time, I guess the only concerns I had was not being able to leave Alice Springs, because I was planning on coming back home for a family event, but due to COVID-19, haven't been able to leave Alice Springs. So it's more so the concerns of my family, my friends and loved ones back at home and how they're doing. Because obviously New Zealand moving into level 2 tomorrow, but I guess over the last couple of months, it's been a much more serious cases back there at home. But fortunately, Alice Springs hasn't been hit too hard. And again, I'm blessed to be in a job where I'm still able to work and haven't kind of affected us in a serious way as such.
Nice. And just given these events that we're actually going through, also, there's a lot of fear out there. People are fearful, and for all good reasons, obviously, and for all valid reasons. I'm just wondering, is there something that, in particular, that you're actually fearful of in this given time?
I guess at the moment, at our school at Yarara College, we're still unsure if our kids are returning. Our students are coming back to school, so if they don't return by next term or term 3, it will start looking at cutting jobs, as some people have already experienced. And my heart and prayers and thoughts goes out to those businesses and those people who have unfortunately lost their jobs due to this lockdown. But I guess I'm mostly fearful of being away from family. This is my first time being away from family and loved ones, and really, really thank God for FaceTime and social media and technology. I'm pretty much in touch with my siblings every day, and being able to see my dad's push-up challenges through Facebook and see that they're still doing all good. But if it weren't for technology, I guess I'd be a lot more scared. To be honest, I'd probably be on the first plane back home just to get a peace of mind that my family and my friends and loved ones are all okay.
Yeah.
But but to see that through technology, to see that they are okay, has kind of a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. I was just about to ask you what you're doing about it in terms of trying to process that fear and how you're handling it. But
Yeah,
you're saying that you're trying to do your best to stay connected with those around you and also with your family back here.
yeah, absolutely. And like just uh, signing up to like the New Zealand Herald and the news pages on Facebook and stuff. And I'm always watching the news and how it's going back at home. So, man, imagine COVID-19 hitting us before cell phones and before technology. That'll be a totally different story. So I think a lot more people would, especially those who have moved away from family, I think I'd be a lot more concerned and a lot more scared, not knowing if my family are even okay or not. So fortunately, they are, and they've come through hopefully unscathed. But yeah, just keeping in contact and keeping connections while and alive. And obviously through this podcast, being able to see you, bro, has been awesome to see that you're still doing well as well.
Yeah, likewise also.
Mm.
The opportunities, like on the flip side of this, we see a lot of fear out there, and unfortunately the media doesn't really help us with some of that.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
there's certainly some challenges, or some opportunities out there. And I'm just wondering if there's any opportunities that you've seen that really excite you coming out of this situation that you can sort of talk to.
I guess despite the horrific deaths that have happened due to this pandemic, I mean the opportunities I've seen from around the world. It's, I guess, for myself, it's a little bit different because I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
But the opportunities for other people and other families, especially those with young children, the opportunities I've seen definitely is being so like heartwarming to see that parents have been able to spend more quality time with their kids. Be having to stay indoors and be on lockdown has enabled families to spend more quality time together, get away from all the busyness, and that's really, really heartwarming to see. Like I probably haven't seen my brother spend so much time with our parents in a long time, and things like seeing my mum work out at home. I mean, I haven't seen my mum work out at all in my life, to be honest. So seeing opportunities like that, being able to see mum get up on her feet and kind of use the time that they have at home. But more quality time with their families, cities and towns being a lot quieter. The things that we took for granted before, we're starting to embrace them a lot more. Not toilet paper, obviously, but I guess, and also seeing maybe seeing the facts about the natural environment becoming healthier. But yeah, it's a blessing in disguise, in a sense, but still tough times for those who are really finding it challenging during this lockdown. But I guess families being able to spend a lot more quality time together, being stuck indoors, is really, really heartwarming, and it's an opportunity for these families to become a lot tighter.
Yeah, and it's really good you say that. It's just a chance to, I suppose, connect on a different level. I know being at home, my wife and I spending a lot more time with our boys has been really a highlight for us. So in some ways, we're going to miss that when it goes back to normal, or start going back to getting things back to normal. Yeah, awesome. And I'm happy about your mother as well. You mentioned, getting up and moving around. That's really good.
Definitely.
Yeah. And obviously,
it's been.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and obviously your dad, bringing some awareness, with with his personality. It's just so, it's really heartwarming to see that. It's really encouraging. It's actually quite inspiring also. And I was speaking to your brother this today about it as well.
Yeah, nah, take that guy off Facebook, man.
He's representing
Yeah,
us,
man.
also. He's representing
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Nah, I'm actually quite impressed by the push-ups he's doing. So,
Yep.
nah, hopefully, the old man is doing something positive. So, nah, it's been good.
That's good.
Mm,
And
mm,
I was just wanting to ask as well, given your experience as a teacher, you've done some amazing work also over at St. Patrick's College Silverstream, in particular with the Pasifika boys, and also
mm,
within the volleyball arena. You've managed to take teams there into new heights and achieve milestones that haven't been achieved before. So, given
mm.
all of your experience there, and obviously what you're experiencing there in Alex Springs, what advice do you have for some of our younger people that might be listening to this or watching this that might be going
Mm.
through a few tough times themselves, looking around, seeing, man, this is just not normal. What's going on? Is there any advice you'd like to offer them?
Yeah, I mean, through those experiences, I guess one of the main values I've learned is to, be patient. Your time will come, and we all go through failures. Don't ever think that it's a one-man mission. You're the only one alone facing, like you feel like the world is against you. Trust me, a lot of people are facing their own adversities and their own challenges out there. And you hear the saying like trust the process, and I believe it. But at the same time, not only do you trust the process, but embrace the process as well. Don't just trust it, embrace the process, embrace the challenges that the process comes along with the process, because it's all part of your growth. Have faith in God, and you will get knocked down. It's not it's not you might get knocked down. You will get knocked down. All of us face those tough times, even the best of the professionals out there. But he will, and you will pull up again, no doubt. So, I mean, growing up and being in over the last few years as a teacher, if there was anyone that was worried about failure and worried about what other people would think, it was definitely me. And especially as a young PI male, failure can mean a lot of things. It can mean weakness. It can mean not worthy of being a man. It can mean letting down your family, not being able to provide. A lot of people have different perspectives of what failure means. But it wasn't until I realized that the exact same people I was worried about and what they would think about me were going through the same thing. So just invest in yourself, work hard in silence, because your success will make the noise.
Oh,
Work hard
nice.
in silence. Yeah. So I kind of saw it as people who criticized me, or people that didn't believe in the process. I kind of embraced that challenge, closed all the doors, whether it was with my volleyball team or the young poly group that I had. I just told them, work hard in silence. Our success will make the noise. And eventually, just being patient, our time will come, and at the same time, staying grounded, never forget where you come from, but also appreciating the people that help you along the way. So yeah, I guess three things: just be patient, your time will come. Not only trust the process, embrace the process. Work hard in silence. Your success will make the noise. So
That's
yeah,
awesome. That's
mm,
really, really good also. And I
yeah,
know that you've backed that up with some of the achievements, and but
mm,
more importantly, also some of the massive impact that you've had on, and especially with
mm,
other people in the spaces that you've been in. I've been very blessed to be able to witness that and witness your growth coming through, not only as a student but also as a teacher. So that's some awesome advice, Wills. I think a lot of
yeah.
young people are going to really take that on board. So
Mm.
I just wanted to offer you, Wills, this is it's pretty much us. Is there any last words you want to sort of communicate to us? Any thoughts on your mind?
Oh, just a word of thanks, really. Really, really appreciate the opportunity to jump on your podcast, and I love that saying behind you, man. It starts with a purpose, and
Okay.
you've always lived that, you've breathed that, and you definitely exemplify that. So, if there's a movement out there that I'd love to jump on and recommend, man, it's definitely something that gives back to the community and inspires others, and that's just the core of what you're doing back at home. So keep going, bro, and I'm sure, no doubt, through your natural ability, you'll continue to inspire a lot of our young people out there, especially when schools start back up again. And I'm sure you'll be out there sooner rather than later, just getting amongst it and doing the hard yards. So I'm very, very humbled and blessed to jump on this podcast, also, and appreciate your support and appreciate the kind words as well, bro.
No, I appreciate your kind words also. I know that you're an awesome role model within our community, so thank you for taking the time out to be with us and answer these questions. I wish you nothing but the best for your journey. I know it was a hard decision for you to actually to go across to Australia, in particular in the middle of Australia, where nobody's really heard of. And it's all part of your journey, and I know you're looking for that growth. So I wish you all the best with that. Thank you very much, and maybe one day again we'll touch base and we'll do this again and see where we're at from there.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it, bro, and much love to all the people you work with, man, and good luck, and I hope it all goes well.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Also, this is Mani Malaiulu and Liko Alosio on the Empowerment Training Show. Whawhatai lava tele everyone for watching.
Tai lava.